Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you on what as we tape our show today is a beautiful day in downtown Lancaster. We are of course in the lobby of Fairfield Federal. Glad you're with us. Kind of got an artsy bend to our entire show today. We're going to start off with I think it used to be kind of a well-kept secret. It's not so well-kept anymore. It's still a secret. We'd like to get the word out there more. The Lancaster Handbell Ensemble, we've got the artistic director with them, Bill Wittman. Bill, welcome.
Thank you, Paul.
Good
Appreciate
to have you
being
on.
Here. Yeah, it's great.
Bill Wittman, many remember him from Lancaster boy, Lancaster High School, band director here at one time, and now he's kind of evolved into the percussion side of things with the Lancaster Handbell Ensemble, and you've been doing this, 2-3 years now?
This is my second year.
Second year. May seem like 3 at times.
Yeah, it does.
But operates out of the First Presbyterian Church, just a block or so away from us right here. But I've been reading about you in different social platforms. You've been taking the group to different venues and learning things and getting the group more oriented into that and exposing them to more things. I guess that's all part of the growing process.
Absolutely. We want the Lancaster community and surrounding area to know about the Lancaster Handbell Ensemble. And part of what we do is, create some beautiful music in an idiom that many don't know about. A lot of us have had experiences with church handbell choirs. This isn't quite like that. This is like a little different. We call ourselves a community handbell group because people in our group come from all over. We have people come from Delaware, Columbus, Athens, Thornville, Logan, Lancaster, obviously. So we have people from different areas within our region coming to play in this ensemble, and the unique part about it is, it's everybody just loves the music. We love to do what we're doing, and they must like what they're doing. So, since I'm kind of a little bit of a taskmaster, I come every week to learn a little bit more about music and how I feel about it. So,
I can remember years ago, back when Lita Cook, who started this group, and I was going to some of those concerts early on, and I was just blown away because although I think I know my fair share about bands and choirs and things like that, I didn't know anything about handbells. And so I expected, it's going to be a bunch of bells. Okay, it's probably be nice, but so. I was blown away by the things they did, and you certainly have taken that to another level. But I think of the Handbell Ensemble as sort of, to me, like the Lancaster percussion, because when I was in the Lancaster High School band, they were snare drums and bass drums and timpanis and cymbals, and that was about it. But now the Lancaster percussion under Bruce out there, it's just amazing the things they do. And I think to a smaller degree, that's how you folks do it with a percussive instrument like a bell. The music you make and the way you do it and the things you use to make that, it's phenomenal.
Appreciate that. Handbells have been around for centuries, going back to the big chiming bells in China and those kind of things. But we're now coming into our own in terms of the different kinds of techniques and things that we do to create different sounds with the bell. It's amazing.
It is.
And, composers out there are really ingenious and really on top of the uniqueness of the type of ensemble it is and how that all works together. One of the great things about our ensemble is we have 5 octaves of handbells. And think about that, 5 octaves of handbells, 13 notes in an octave. Okay, so times 4, we got 70, what do we got there, Paul? 72, 72 bells that 14 people are ringing.
Yeah.
So, that's amazing in itself. Plus we have some other bigger bells and chimes, and and cool stuff to play with, that makes our sound at different times very glorious. So we're there for people to come out to listen, enjoy, just think that it's unique. And as we talked about, our exposure is really important. We just did a concert with the Lancaster Community Chorus that you participated in, and
beautiful job.
And I think our group did a nice job with complementing what was going on with the other choirs that were there. And so we're looking forward to our next opportunity.
Well, that brings us to today. That's a little bit of the history and some of the background from Bill Wittman, who is the artistic director with the Lancaster Handbell Ensemble. You've got your spring concert coming up. It's on Sunday, May 5th, not too far away, and it'll be just down the street at the Lancaster Presbyterian Church, 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and it's the Masters and the Movies. I think I know what the movies might be. There might be some themes in there for some things, especially since we perhaps have our that might be a giveaway, the Darth Vader shield.
We're not giving it all away.
Okay, we won't. But then it's Masters in the Movies, so it's kind of two different segments.
It is. So the first part, the Masters, are pieces that are written by composers that typically write specifically for handbells. So these are original handbell compositions for the most part, and I'll explain one of the pieces in a minute. And what that means is they are not based on a hymn tune, they're not based on some other kind of sacred text. They're standalone pieces, they're concert pieces. So we have a wide variety of composers represented there who are prolific in the handbell world today. So that's who we have going there. One of the unique parts to our program, Paul, is the piece we've had commissioned, and it's an arrangement of Ukrainian Alleluia by Craig Courtney, and Stephen Caracciolo, one of our friends, has arranged that for handbells. We did a first take on that at our Master Class Festival over this last weekend ago, and everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. They think it's a beautiful piece, and of course, Stephen writes wonderful things, so it's no wonder that's the way it is.
You'll be kicking off the concert with that one too.
That'll be our second piece.
Second piece. Okay.
So,
Exuberance by Donna Butler. So it's the Masters is the first half, and again, some of the names that certainly you might remember there is one is dedicated to, that's the one that Lita Cook, you're dedicating that performance to, who was, again, the founding director of this,
yes.
Written by Stephen. That's the Masters part of it. And again, it's 3 o'clock, Sunday, May 5th, over at First Presbyterian Church. What is $10 ticket?
It's $10 a ticket, but if you're under 18, it's $5.
Nice. Very nice.
So just one piece on the movie part. You can imagine that we're doing movie themes through there, but we're going to have a real unique opportunity there, and I'm not going to give it away because it's a special treat. And if you come, I can guarantee that you will leave with a smile on your face.
Well, I would guarantee that too, and I don't even know what the gimmick is that you're going to get people drawn in on that. But when you look at this, you look at some of the things: Phantom of the Opera, Sound of Music, Pirates of the Caribbean, Singing in the Rain, some of Johnny Williams. I remember he was Johnny Williams when he did some of the TV shows.
Right.
He used to be called Johnny. Now he's
John.
And there's probably no more prolific big-time writer than John Williams, who's Mr. Grammy, Mr. Everything,
Absolutely.
and all the Star Wars and all that. But golly, it probably took a while to put this together, didn't it?
Well, we thought about it. One of our ringers, Linda Burns, said, "Hey, what about movies?" And I said, "Okay, let's run with that." So as that developed, the unique thing is going to happen with other performers and such on that section of the program. So it'll be neat. This might be a opportunity, to see Darth Vader.
You're not going to direct in that, are you? Okay. They probably think of you sometimes as a Darth Vader, the evil guy in the Empire as you lead their group. I know it's a big time group.
I will say, though, that we do have some, other musicians coming in, and we have some students from Ohio State School of Music that are going to play in the Cantina Band.
Nice.
So I'm not giving a whole lot away by telling you that, but it'll be a fun deal. And just a shout out to our board of directors. We have a great board of directors with the Lancaster Handbell Ensemble, and so they've just all been great. Kathy Kittredge is our president, and she's done a wonderful job in helping us and developing what we're doing, and working with us as we push forward. We'll be doing a program for the Lancaster Festival too this summer.
Nice.
So, we're creating that opportunity for people to notice what we're doing.
And we start out by saying it's kind of a well-kept secret, but I think the well-kept part of it's kind of getting dusted off and blown away a little bit because, again, with you were with the Lancaster Community Chorus in a recent concert a while back, and now you've done some things in Columbus where you do these many groups come in together and you learn from them, they learn from you, they hear your pieces. How cool is that they want the piece?
I know.
And then you'll be involved in the Lancaster Festival, which get a lot of eyeballs on your group then, and I think that's important. So just done a terrific job. Again, I really think you're really lifting the music up. I would say the group is probably very challenged. Now that you do that, maybe to the limit sometimes, but I would guess that the things you're asking of them are quite challenging.
That's true. Everybody in our group is there for a reason. They just love music, and part of my call, I think, is to move them to the next level. Mm-hmm. And we're doing that. We're doing that by playing more challenging pieces. There are certainly literature out there and works out there that go beyond what we can do right now.
Sure.
But we have the future to look at.
Are you seeing more of that in the last few years? And I know your involvement here is only a couple of years, but you've been involved in this. Do you see more and more handbell music coming out now? Is it getting more? If it gets more and more popular, I assume there'll be more and more things out there about it.
Absolutely. So, the handbell craze probably kicked off sometime in the 80s, mm-hmm. When churches started buying handbells, and the handbell manufacturers are making beaucoup money on that stuff. They're all made out of bronze. So they do have aluminum bells, though, now, because they're so heavy. And you'd be amazed. Yeah. From that time to now, we're talking about, 4 decades plus. The literature has expanded tremendously.
I can imagine.
And, there's still those oldies but goodies, from those original people like Cynthia Dobrinsky, who's no longer with us, but she wrote over 300 handbell pieces.
And I'd say, the Lancaster Handbell Ensemble, kind of thanks to Lita and her leadership early on, kind of been on the ground floor of this, and they've been there and bringing it on.
Exactly.
So it's the spring concert coming up here Sunday, May 5th at the Lancaster Presbyterian Church, 3 o'clock down there. Tickets available at the door.
Yes.
Very nominal fee. Get in there. It's a great venue for the handbells. I mean, they're very visible up there. You can see them real well. There's not a bad seat in the house. It's a beautiful place. Spring concert. You have another one in the fall. Is that when the next one will be?
Our next one will be in the summer with the Lancaster Festival.
Yes.
On July 25. That's a Thursday noontime concert on the square.
Oh, right behind us. You'll be there. Very good. We're looking forward to that.
And then we will have a fall or a winter concert then back in December.
The Lancaster Handbell Ensemble. I want to thank Artistic Director Bill Wittman for joining us. We'll see you Sunday, May 5th, and break a leg. It's going to be a wonderful concert. Good luck.
I thank you very much. It'll be great.
It'll be great. We'll be back on Fairfield Today in just a moment.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
I want a doctor who listens to me.
From primary care to specialty medicine, we put your needs first by treating you like a person, not a number. Our primary care team will help you identify your healthcare needs and set goals for success. regardless of where you are in your wellness journey. We care for patients of all ages, with offices that are close to you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
The reason why I do what I do is I love helping people, and I really love to work on understanding and striving to improve the lives of the people in our community. Being in Fairfield County is having a network of people around you.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you, and again, kind of an artsy kind of show that we put together, parts 1 and part 2. And I think probably one of the more iconic groups here in Lancaster and Fairfield County that we'll find out how many years. I don't even know when it began probably. It's been here so many years, the Lancaster Men's Chorus. We've got their representative, our good friend Wes Osborn. Wes, welcome.
Wow, yes, thank you so much. I think 1966.
Wow.
I think is when the group actually started. Wow. But we haven't done our kind of most iconic program for quite that long. The Ham and Eggs program is...
That was the men's chorus just starting then.
Yeah.
And but even the Ham and Eggs, that's been going on for, a long
52nd time. Year, 52nd right? One coming up.
That's amazing. Yeah. So Lancaster Men's Chorus, they've got the Hammys. You might guess that that's a playoff perhaps of the Grammys. I won't go that far. We'll let Wes tell us about that. But it's May 9th and 10th out at Ohio University Lancaster. And the 11th, 9th, 10th, and the 11th, 7:30 on the 9th and the 10th, and then 3 o'clock on
that Saturday
afternoon.
Yeah, that matinee worked really well for us last year. We tried it for the first time.
You think that was the way to go?
Yeah, I think folks really appreciate that. You know, some folks who are older don't want to get out as late at night, and you never know what the weather's going to be like in May, and driving in the rain can't be fun. So having that afternoon option for folks.
And we'll hit it a couple times, but tickets can be purchased?
Yes, in a variety of places. So North End Press, who we've had a long relationship
Wonderful
with.
Local business.
Yeah. They've got tickets during the week, or any of the chorus members as well have tickets. A little change this year in ticket pricing. We're going to be selling the tickets pre-sale for $10, including at those places from chorus members and online for $10 plus the processing fees. The day of the show, though, we're going to go to $12. Okay. It just helps us plan a lot better if we know what folks are going to show up for things. We know how many things to print, how many people have to help, things like that. So $10 for the pre-sale, $12 if you're there the day of the show.
And if you get them online, you don't pick a seat, right? It's just first come, first served. General seating. Okay, we'll make sure we know that.
Yeah.
So it's the Hammys, 52nd year Ham and Egg music and comedy show. Perhaps a play on the Grammys. I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
I think you may have picked up on that. Good,
very good.
Very insightful. Yes,
sounds like it'll be fun.
Yeah, there's a group of 4 grannies from the Olivedales. So 4 grannies from Olivedale who are trying to get into the Hammys.
The Grammys and the Hammys.
The grannies and the Hammys, that's right.
That's going to be scary. That's going to be scary, because I've heard of the gramophones, and I know them.
That is a great local group, too.
But you've got going on, so how big is the group this year?
I think we've got about 30 guys in.
Is that probably
this year,
standard?
So. Yeah, that's kind of been the standard. We do have a new member, Ray, that'll be up there with us for his first show, so that'll be exciting to have him as part of his first show.
And as I remember, each year, kind of the ham and eggs aspect is kind of the two parts that they do. They do the first part, which is kind of the ham kind of sort of a lot of comedy in there, a lot of local. I've always enjoyed so many local references, like a Mount Pleasant or a Fairgrounds or a Stan Robinson, or you'll mention the name of somebody, a Perline Reffin, and everybody gets a big hoo-ha out of all that.
I'll have to tell you this, when we were writing the script, we had a part in there that we were writing for Slaters, and then they closed on us. So we still kept it, it still has a place in all of our hearts, right?
Well,
the community's hearts. But
everybody will
retool it, so to speak.
Be a little happy and sad when you hear it too. One of the great places around. And then they'll take a brief intermission. Then you come back, you change your clothes, kind of get involved here, and then it's more of a formal setting from a choir setting. And I always really enjoy the chorus setting, the second. That's always everybody loves the fun, but you guys are such really good vocalists. I mean, really, you do such a great job.
Well, we're real privileged to have Mark Severance, our longtime director.
He does a great job
working with us. You got to have a lot of patience to work with that crew, but there's a lot of talent there that he helps to bring out, and then working with wonderful accompanists and pianists, Emily and Perry. I mean, it's just a real privilege all the way around.
And that's what it takes to do this. You got good singers up there, but that just doesn't happen. You've got to have great practices, good things going on, good, like you say, good accompanists, pianists, and directors. Mark, he probably needs a halo around his head.
I think that is right.
For as much as he's done over the years, but golly,
right.
It's got to be great fun. How long have you been working on this one?
We always try to start one almost as soon as we finish this one. So, really since last year, we've been putting it together. And again, sometimes that has its pluses and minuses. As they say, there can be changes that happen, like with the Slaters thing, that you have to accommodate. But
now, from the chorus aspect, you add a few songs, take away a few songs every year. That changes.
Yeah, we have several new pieces that we're doing this year. There's a lot from the 70s and 80s, either shows that were musical numbers that were created during that time period, or maybe in the case of some Broadway things, revivals that happened in the 70s and 80s. So we've got things from Les Mis, Billy Joel, all kinds of fun music in that concert portion. In the first part with the comedy thing, we've got an opportunity to highlight some soloists as well. So you have folks like Jerry Larson being Elvis Presley, and Neil Diamond from Tim Warner, and things like that. So it should be a lot of fun with music throughout the entire production.
Now, I think I saw where you guys, and again, you do so many things. I know you do a nice Christmas concert. You're always involved in that and get out there, and you do several concerts during the year. This being the Ham and Eggs, being the really big one, the fundraiser. We'll talk about what that's all about. But I know you're going to be involved with the Lancaster Community Chorus coming up?
Yeah, June 2nd we'll be with the Lancaster Community Chorus out at Crossroads. Should be a great time. They're doing music all from the 80s, so we'll have a few of our numbers that we'll add into it, and then we'll be singing combined on a few numbers. So should be a great opportunity for both groups, for audiences that may not be familiar with one or the other, to be exposed as well to what the other groups in the area are about. We're fortunate to have Clarence McCoy, who's the director of the Lancaster Community Chorus, as a member in the men's chorus.
That helps.
There are a lot of those times when those director types don't get a chance to just enjoy singing. So I think that's why he enjoys the opportunity to sing with the group.
Now, again, it's a Hammys, and it's $10 or $12, depending on how you buy it. We'll go over that again before we get it. But I think it's important to note what you do with the money.
Yeah, the proceeds, it's always been important for the group for a long time to support the arts in the community. And one of the ways that we've done that for, I think, 40-some years now is by virtue of college scholarships. We gave out, I think it was 5 this past time, and We've had folks that continue to participate in music in their communities, music educators. I've seen names of lists of people that have taught at schools in this area, in Columbus, and it's just great to play a small part in those young people's lives to help them keep going forward with the arts and knowing that Lancaster is a place for the arts.
Just a quick reference there. You always list all the previous people that you've given the scholarships to, and one of them that just comes to my mind was Dustin Seifert.
Okay.
Dustin, who got the scholarship many years ago, he has forever been a band director out in New Mexico. So the music, what you did really helped him, and again, he stayed in that field, and some do and some don't, so that's good. And it's something I talk about when I have Clarence on, or I have you on, or I have anybody on that musical area. You know, there once was a time where if you were in high school and you sang in your high school choir, maybe your college choir, you were done. Unless your church choir, that was it. But now, for example, here in Lancaster, you have the men's chorus, you have a women's barber shop that can go on, you have the community chorus. At the upper end, you have the Lancaster Chorale. So there's really really lots of opportunities for people to come back to this community and sing.
And all those groups have varieties of avenues that they kind of target. We're really trying to be at the men's chorus, open to anybody that just wants to have fun with music. So, you know, you don't have to worry if you can't read music, or maybe it's been a long time since you've been involved with a group. If you're ready to have fun making music, then we want to consider you as a member. So we've got some information on our website about when our practices are and what the process for that's like. Or
so there's no auditions, you just show up and you're a member.
We don't have auditions.
Very good. And every year you probably get some new members. Unfortunately, you probably lose for different reasons. You lose some people, but new ones come in.
We're very fortunate. We had several new ones for the Christmas concert, and then we've got Ray Booth, who's new to the community, who's going to be on stage with us at the Hammys for his first ham and eggs. So that'll be fun as well.
Well, and we've got the poster we can put up there. It's the Hammys, 52nd year for the Ham and Eggs Music and Comedy Show, May 9, 10, and 11. So Thursday, Friday at 7:30 at night, and then.
Our matinee on Saturday
would be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Tickets are available again from any chorus member,
North End Press, and we do also have them online as well. We're using a new online platform this year that has lower fees than I think anyone that I've seen. So if folks are more comfortable with the online, they're certainly welcome to do that. And we've tried to make it as reasonable price-wise for them as well.
Everybody always kind of gets on that, because I know if you go buy any concert ticket for a group coming in, just sit down. Because the fees sometimes almost equal what the cost is.
In this case, I think they're around $1 a ticket, which is good. A low price.
That is good
for online things. People like the convenience of it, so we want to make sure it's available for them. But we're certainly happy to have you ask one of the chorus members or stop down at North End Press during the week.
And I will mention that, let's just say for the ham part of the Ham and Eggs concert, what do you guys practice, like a day or two for that? I mean, because it looks like nothing happens up there. I mean, I say that tongue in cheek, because I know you spend a lot of time, but it looks like just so much fun.
Yes, we do have a lot of fun with it. We usually start that portion in March, where we really start going through the script aspects of it and blocking things out and all those pieces. It's interesting to write a program for that many people speaking. A lot of times you go to plays and things, and there's maybe 6 or 8 people that are there that have speaking parts. I think our program has like 25 speaking parts, so it's sometimes quite a bit to coordinate. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to participate in the fun.
And I will mention too, it's probably more fun to be out at the Jeff Wagner Theater out there, because they've been enhanced everything. It's probably pretty cool to be out there now, because they've got a lot going on there.
I always said one of the big things you can tell between programs is the lighting display. And they have great lighting set up there, and it doesn't seem like that would make a big difference, but that can really set off a show from an amateur to a professional.
Until you don't have it, and then you know. Well, again, it's one of the great times out here. The Lancaster Men's Chorus, Ham and Eggs, May 9, 10, and 11 out at Ohio University, Friday and Saturday night, or Thursday, Friday night, Saturday afternoon. members of the chorus, North End Press, get them online.
Yep.
What is it? LancasterMen'sChorus.org.
Yep, that's
the website. Get on that, get it. I hope it's a knockout show.
Well,
It always is.
Thank you for that.
Wes Osborn.
We look forward to seeing everybody. Thanks.
It's always a great community event. Thank you for joining us. Lancaster Men's Chorus. Thanks for being with us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.